when Bibi Fatima went there to give the khutbah, was anybody accompanying with her or did she go alone? And the second one is, after Imam Ali got the Khilafah, did she get her inheritance back or was it given back to her?
Yeah, the answer is when Zahra alayhi salam was going to the khutbah, was there anybody with her or she went alone? The narration said that when Zahra alayhi salam were going there, her children were with her. Imam al-Hassan alayhi salam, al-Hussein and Zainab, they all were with her when she was going to the masjid. But in regarding to the inheritance, there was back and forth so much on that inheritance. At one point, they will give back, and then the next person comes and snatch back. And then another person comes and gives, and then another one comes and snatch back. It was back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But at the time of Imam Ali alayhi salam, yes, it was back to Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam, but sooner then it was taken back as well.
Questions?
Yes, there is. I want you to go ahead and explain it. The riwayah is that it is written when Ali alayhi salam was burying Zahra sallallahu alayha in the Dafn Sayyidah Fatima. Then he goes, and this is the way, of course, you heard it at night. My analysis, may Allah forgive me if I'm making a mistake, is this way. That Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam ordered to go ahead to the Baqi with the Sahaba to dig up some graves, 3, 5, whatever that it was. And then we read in the of Nutbah that Saddul Bab took place. All the doors that it was coming to the shrine of to the Masjid al-Nabawi, they were all closed down except one door. And the door of Imam Ali was only door that it was open. And then it was supposed to be at night. We read all of these issues. And then we know that Imam Ali alayhi salam at night has to bury the Zahra salamullah alayha. What's the reason? The reason is that the commotion that took place, that we know it. That commotion immediately after the death of Rasulullah, the father. The history of Muslims, unfortunately, is ugly. What can we do? Then she was so disrespected as the only things that it was left from Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That they are coming and they're saying that we want to see whether Baytul Mal is in your house, the income of Fadak is in your house, and he says, Wallahi, I will bear. All of these things was happening. No, the tragedy is a lot. Now here it is. She knows that for 90 days, of course, you know, the concept after the Qadi reform, after that it happened, Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, for 90 days that of course he was alive, Zahra sallallahu was continuously crying. And finally, Rasulullah talks to her ear, something. She laughs, she smiles. وَالسِّرَّ الْمُسْتَوْدَعَ فِيهَا, whatever that it was. Then we know probably for this reason. What was the reason? Of course, the reason that one of it is here is, it talks about Ali alayhi salam, that وَالسَّرِيَةِ الْحَاقِ, the one that with sur'ah is going to come to you anyway. How many days? 70 days or so many days that it was. Zahra salamun alayha joins the father. Where? We read here in the Dafn Sayyidat Nisa Fatima, within the time of the Sayyid when Fatima is buried, Ali alayhi salam is saying, Assalamu alayki ya Rasulullah. If it is in Baqi, can somebody goes Assalamu alayki ya Rasulullah? Where is it? Now, at night is happening. Anni First, this is what he says. أني ابنتك النازلة في جوارك. Salam to you from me and from your daughter that it is coming to you next to you. Jawar. Was Sariyat al-Haq. The one that it is with very fast is coming to you. It is Zahra Salamu alayha. That it had been, of course the rest of it goes and says, Ya Rasulullah, I don't have any more patience after your daughter is gone. And Ali alayhi salam is talking about all of what that is happening. And then the hadith says that the two hands opened up from the coffin and received Zahra Salamu alayha. Why? He says, I'm returning. فَقَدْ بَلَغَدْ أَسْتَرْجِعُ الْبَدِيئَةِ. I'm returning your badi'ah to you. You gave me your Zahra. Of course you don't want to say. Zahra was given to Ali alayhi salam safe and sound. But how she was returned, that's another story. We leave it alone. وَأَخَذَتِ الرَّحِيلَ. Take back whatever that you have given it to me to you, Ya Rasulullah. It has to be given back to Rasulullah today. وَأَمَّا حُزْنِي فَسَرْمَدَ. My sadness is forever. It is never finished to whatever that they have done to her. Okay? Of course, it is a long one. I don't want to take your time. But finally, when he says the reason that I have to leave, not because I have to leave, but I will leave now. Ali alayhi salam says, I'm leaving now for various reasons. Maybe the Fajr is coming. Maybe some other issues is coming. Then he says, Wassalamu alaykuma. Again, the salam is to both of you, not to one. Assalamu alayki is Zahra salamu alayha. Assalamu alaykuma, as it says, salam al-mubaddar. And it is the salam that it is not. Because of, finishing, then of course it says, ask Zahra salamu alayha what was happening to your ummah after you left. The khutbah of Zahra salamu alayha, which is a huge history of the life of the ummah, from what they were, follower of all the corruptions, eating the skin of the camels, drinking the waters that it was filthy, and then all of these things. And he says, my father, as Sheikh of course mentions, he came and he saved you from all of that. We used to order you, you followed us. Now we are telling you, where are you people, that you're supposed to be powerful, you're supposed to be this and that and that. What happened to you? That the daughter of your prophet, and then at the same time, of course, may Allah bless him. Sheikh Jalil is saying that Zahra Salamu, the way that it goes and sits on the member, he wants to introduce himself. I am the Fatima, the daughter of the Prophet. The man that it is my father, not the father of the Muslim. So the way that he puts all of these issues to make sure that what she is saying is a reality. Today, when I see the situation between our ummah, when I see the difficulties in varieties of part of our ummah, it seems like it is the same thing, unfortunately. It hasn't been changed. So Makarim today when he was talking, actually, he talked about this khutbah in home for the same reason. So that is why I thought I shared it with you. And it's all right. There is a way you can put some shade on it, light on it. I know, mashallah, Allah has given me so much blessing that. More questions, I guess.
We offer salam to Janab Sayyida Zahra in Jannatul Baqi when we go there. So, has some research been done? I mean, what is the consensus?
There are different narrations that we have. Actually, there are three narrations. One narration says she was buried in Baqiyah. That is why you see some people do ziyarah facing that direction. And some say no, she was buried elsewhere, somewhere else. Nobody knows except Allah and Imam Ali and Hassan and Hussein, who happened to be in that area. The third narration said, no, she was buried next to the Prophet. That he willed to Imam Ali alayhi salam, I want to be buried next to my father. Which a lot of scholars agree with that. Alright? And some said also she was buried in a place called Riyadul Jannah, which is also next to the qabr of the Prophet as well. So there are all these narrations. But knowing Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam and Zahra and her relationship to her father, the strong narration sounds that she will ask to be buried next to her father. When you look at even Imam Hassan alayhi salam, when before he passed, his will was, I want to be buried next to my grandfather. Right? Because Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam, they want to be together. Right? So there are a lot of evidences which is hidden that the Prophet Zahra alayhi salam, she was buried next to her father Rasulullah. Yes.
One related question, why did she want her grave to be not known to people? Is it because of disrespectfulness afterwards, or it was specific people that she didn't want to come to her grave?
Quickly, let me say, there might be 2 or 3 reasons for this. Okay? Reason number 1, she is exercising her Islamic God-given right. It's an Islamic right that Allah has given to every individual, to every one of us, that I have the right to say who I want to come to my funeral and who I don't want to come to my funeral. That's your given right. A person before he dies or she dies, she can write, I don't want this person to come. I want such person to wash my body. I want such person to lead my prayer. I want to bury this place. That is a man given right from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Anybody can exercise that. Zahra was using that. That's one. Number 2, as you know, there are some sort of hypocrisy. As you know, among the companions of the Prophet, one of the biggest issues is the hypocrisy. People will do something and they tend to act something different. All right? This hypocrisy was a big thing. Now Zahra alayhi salam, she knows those who attack her house, those who cause her to lose her baby, those who cause her death. Right? Now if she is to announce her death to be done as openly, the same people will come to act like they are the most closest people to whom it happened to the Prophet. Now you go, this is historical fact. Right? You go to the history, there is a book called As-Saqifa. As-Saqifa is written by one of the scholars. Historically, there are certain individuals who were concerned of death of the Prophet. They were standing that they don't want anybody to say that the Prophet is dead. That's how much they love the Prophet, right? Now another person comes, this is all in history, he tells the person, oh, the Prophet, the ayah in the Quran, which doesn't even indicate the Prophet is dead, right? Then that individual falls on the ground, and the name that he fainted, they put some water on him, he comes back alive, then he stood up, then suddenly straight he wants to the Saqifa to talk about the next leader. Now if you are really concerned about the Prophet, you are so now, you have fainted because of the Prophet. Now shouldn't you go and be in the ghusl of the Prophet? Now look at the hypocrisy, right? He was it really, when you look at the history, it's like a movie. It's like a really movie they were playing. That they acted something, but in reality it's something else, right? So Zahra alayhi salam, she doesn't want the same people who killed her to come and play another image to show to the world that, oh, she is the most dearest person to us. No, you can't play that game twice. You happen to do with the Prophet, she's not going to let that to happen. That is one of the reasons Zahra didn't allow that to happen. Right? That is true. Number 3, Zahra alayhi salam, see brothers, back in those days, it's not like today, where you can get the media to come and cover incidents, right? Zahra have to take a stand which will be a historical to everybody in the world. Which will be a message to you and me and to the end of the world, that today every person, even if you don't know what happened after the Prophet or what happened with Zahra, The question is, why can't we pinpoint the grave of Zahra? That itself is a question that we know something has happened. Right? Because when you go to Baqi, the moment you enter Baqi, right? The moment you enter, they will tell you which graves are in the front, right? The wives of the Prophet, the children of the Prophet, then the companions. There is this, there is this. Everybody's grave is clear, identified. Why one person is grave, a grave is just the only one that is unknown. That is a question, and Zahra wants to leave that question mark on those people. That is one of the messages. Alright? And that is why at the end of their life, some of them came. And they said, one of the worst things that I regret doing is attacking the house of Zahra. That is in the history. That's what it is. So Zahra, the fact that we don't know is all about to give a message to the Ummah as to what happened after Rasulullah. Yes. Because, brother, this hadith that we speak, and you go to Sahih Bukhari, there is one clear hadith where it's mentioned in Bukhari, where people they were known in front of the Prophet as certain individuals, and Yawm al-Qiyamah they will be identified as completely opposite. In Sahih Bukhari, it said Yawm al-Qiyamah, Ya'ti Rasulullah. The Prophet will see some companions are being taken to hellfire, then the Prophet will go and say, Innahum ashabi, please stop, don't take them to hellfire, they are my companions. Then the angel will tell the Prophet, إنك لا تدري ما أحدثوا بعدك. This is Bukhari. Ya Rasulullah, you don't know what they have changed after you. That is how quick some people have changed. So Zahra alayhi salam is to give a message to those, to the us and to the rest of the world about what happened after the death of the Prophet.
On the other hand, forgive me if with the same token that Imam Hassan was not allowed to be buried to his own house.
That's right.
And when they were carrying and putting him on, he says, this is where I'm born. The house of my father. I want to be buried right there. And what happened? So she knew that all of this calamity that had happened, of course, it would happen to her too. She wouldn't be possibly.
For the incident of the attack on the house of Zahra, how many days after the death of the Prophet?
There are different narrations about the time. One narration mentioned that it's the same day the Prophet died. Right? Because what happened, this is a very long history. When you go back and see a lot of history, what they mention, see what happened is that after the Prophet died, right, historically it is mentioned that the first Khalifa was out of town. Some narrations say no, he had two wives. The second wife was outside Medina, so he was there when the Prophet died. But the second Khalifa, Umar ibn al-Khattab, was inside Medina, right? So the moment the Prophet died, and this is what I'm saying, you go and check all the history. It's not about one book, not about, no, we're talking about the historical fact, right? So when the Prophet died, the narration got to the second Khalifa. And he took his sword, standing in the front of the house of the Prophet, saying, I dare any one of you to open their mouth to say the Prophet died. Okay? Now, why? Allah tells us that kullu nafsin da'iqatul maut. Why are you daring people not to say the Prophet died? Right? Now, whatever the reason is, that's one part, right? Put it aside. Now, he was standing and nobody could say anything. People were watching. Until Abu Bakr came, right? When he was on his way back to Medina, he heard the death of the Prophet. And then what happened? The narration stated that he passed by the house of the Prophet. He saw the second Khalifa was standing with the sword. He had threatened people for not to say the Prophet is dead. And then he read, the first Khalifa read this ayah, وَمَا مُحَمَّدٌ إِلَّا رَسُولٌ أَفَإِن مَّاتَ أَوْ قُتِلَ إِنْقَلَبْتُمْ عَلَىٰ أَعْقَابِكُمْ. Which the ayah itself doesn't mean the Prophet is dead. See, this ayah in the Quran, which indicate the Prophet is dead. إِنَّكَ مَيِّتٌ وَإِنَّهُمْ مَيِّتٌ. That's one ayah, talking the Prophet is dead. كُلُّ نَفْسٍ ذَائِقَةُ الْمَوْتِ. But he didn't read any of this ayah. He said, وَمَا مُحَمَّدٌ إِلَّا أَفَإِن مَّاتَ. If he is to die, talking about the future, right? The moment the narration mentioned in Tariq al-Tabari, they say the Prophet, when the first Khalifa read this, then the second Khalifa fainted. Because now he came to understand the Prophet is really dead. Alright? Now after he fainted, they brought water, they sprayed the water on him. He gained his conscience later. After that, what happened? Then the trip took to where? To Saqifa. Now at that moment, Imam Ali alayhi salam was in the house with some of the companions doing the ghusl of the Prophet. Alright? Now some narrations said, this incident when they went to Saqifa and they sat down and decided who to elect, and then after that they went to Zahra's house. Because they were looking for someone to come, like Zahra alayhi salam, to come and accept the bay'ah of the first Khalifa so that they wouldn't have any opposition among the family of Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam. So that is when the attack happened to the house of the Zahra alayhi salam.
So that's only according to one narration?
According to one narration. Some narration mentioned that it was 3 days after the death of the Prophet. Because some narrations say that the Saqifa took days because it became a very heated discussion where the Saqifa group itself divided into 3. Right? Among the Saqifa, there is Muhajirun who claim that they have the right of Khilafah. Then Ansar claim they have the right of the Khilafah. Then there are some people who call Ansar Imam Ali who said no, not Ansar, not Muhajir, it's just Imam Ali alayhi salam. So this heated discussion was going on and on for days. On the 3rd day, when the second Khalifa said to the first Khalifa, A'tini yadak, give me your hand, right? Then they put his hand in the hand of the second Khalifa, and then he said, Bayatuk, I gave you my bay'ah, and then he said to everybody, please come and give the bay'ah, and they all came, and that was the bay'ah that was happened to the first Khalifa.
So if we put all the hadith together, because there is too much stories and hadith about this subject. There is a hadith that mentioned that Imam Ali alayhi salam did not give bay'ah until after 40 days.
Never give bay'ah.
If I'm correct, 40 days or 2 months or something like that. And in that time frame, he was active trying to get at least a group of Muslims to back up and come back to Bay'at al-Rahim. So is it possible that if we put all these events in sequence, that basically the attack happened before the bay'ah of Imam Ali, or it was the reason why Imam Ali went to bay'ah is because of that attack, basically? Like they attacked the home, forget, because I think I remember that the narration was, the reason was of the attack was not to get the bay'ah from the Zahra herself, but was to get Imam Ali alayhi salam to do the bay'ah. And there's also some of the hadith mentioned that it was basically the reason of that attack was to capture the Imam, and that what happened, and to take him some, I think they mentioned handcuffed, something like that. So what is your opinion about this? How you can put this in one timeline basically for us?
Okay, quickly, if I believe, I think
Salat.
Salat time, but let me give briefly. The question is, that Imam Ali alayhi salam did give the bay'ah, that they brought Imam Ali and he gave the bay'ah. And then the reason why they attacked the house is because they wanted to get Imam Ali in the house so he can come and do the bay'ah, not Zahra alayhi salam. So the answer is, according to my personal knowledge, Imam Ali never did any bay'ah. We don't have any proof from our references that Imam Ali did do the bay'ah. And if he is to do bay'ah, that is against the teaching of Quran. Right? And I gave you the references from the Quran where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, أَفَمَنْ يَهْدِي إِلَى الْحَقِّ أَحَقُّ أَنْ يُتَّبَعَ أَمَّنْ لَا يَهِدِّي إِلَّا أَنْ يُهْدَى فَمَا لَكُمْ كَيْفَ تَحْكُمُونَ. If there are two individuals, one is knowledgeable and the other one is less knowledgeable, now who's supposed to be the leader? The most knowledgeable. which we have in the hadith in Sahih Bukhari, in Bab Fada'il Ali, A'lamukum Ali. Right? So how can Imam Ali, who's supposed to be the most knowledgeable, to be the one doing bay'ah to somebody who is less knowledgeable? Not only that, the second Caliph also mentioned, لا جعلني الله في معضلة ليس فيها أبا الحسن. I do not wish Allah to put me in any place where there is no Imam Ali, because he's more knowledgeable than I am and helpful to me. So how can he go and do that? That is one. Number two, the narration saying that Imam Ali was in the house when they attacked, that is absolutely baseless. Why? Because just forget about Imam Ali. You and I. Would you sit there, somebody to come and attack your wife and not do anything? No, that's basic logic. Forget about Imam Ali. Any man would sit in the house watching, and another person coming to attack his house and invade the house and cause the wife to lose the baby and break the back and all, and let him sit and watch. Of course not. Right? If I wouldn't do that, you would not do that. Why do you think that Imam Ali is going to do that? Now the answer is Imam Ali alayhi salam was not at home before this happened, because that is one of the haqq that Imam Ali was not told to let him go. Because this is difa' an al-haqq, and this difa' an al-ird is wajib. Even in Islam, when you go to fiqh-wise, they said if you are in a place where you need water for tayammum for salah, right? And there is something that you fear for, your wife will be in danger, Islam says you are not allowed to go and search the water, do tayammum and protect your wife. Right? Now this is Islam tells us in the fiqh, right? Now Imam Ali alayhi salam will sit there and watch somebody hurt his wife and not to do something. And what Islam, the Prophet tells us in hadith, is that man mata duna irdihi fahuwa shaheed. If a person in defending his wife and his family, he get killed, is considered shaheed. Now why would Imam Ali sit there and watch that? So the narration is that Imam Ali was at home when this happened. That is not, there's no base in this history. Now what happened, Imam Ali was not at home, and that is how those individuals knew to go to the house, because they know if Imam Ali was in that house, they would not dare to go to that house to touch Zahra alayhi salam. Because remember, Zahra was amana of the Prophet to Imam Ali. The night of the death of the Prophet, he said, Ya Ali, hadihi wadi'ati indak. I want you to take care of it. You think Imam Ali will sit down and get somebody to hurt it that way? Of course not. So what happened is that they wanted Zahra alayhi salam after they get Imam Ali alayhi salam, because they wanted men vote through Imam Ali and women vote through Zahra alayhi salam too. So after they got Imam Ali to the masjid, they wanted to come and get Zahra also to do the same thing, and that caused all of this that we mentioned historically. So historically, no, Imam Ali was not in that house at